Okay.
Hello, we're at the Wooden Boat Festival in Port Townsend, and it's what, September 2013, right?
Is that what year it is?
I think it is.
We got there fast.
Lee Sandifur, office manager at Devlin Boat, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and we're here to talk about his boat, the Sound. Is that the right way?
That's my wife's name.
All right.
She came from Tokyo, so that's how we got this on.
And this is what model of boat from the Devlin catalog?
This is the Egret. And when I came to work for Sam 15 years ago as a boat builder, I wanted to learn stitch and glue. And I liked this plan, and I thought it would be a good first boat. And I put it together, and I've gone out almost every Sunday ever since, sailing with it, by myself or with friends. I've been out in 35 knots plus. I've been out in no knots. As you know, I'm capable of going slower than anyone. And it just goes in anything. In the lightest weather, it'll go. It's fun and relaxing. It's the drug of choice.
So I've asked Lee to walk us around the boat and show us some of the neat things that you've done to make it hold up to some of the weather that the sound can dish out. You've enhanced the boat quite a bit, added some neat enhancements. So why don't you walk us through the boat and show us what you like about it? Okay. What you've done to make her sturdier. You've had this out in some serious weather.
I've had it out reefed, and when I built it, Sam said, don't get a sail with the reef. If you have to reef, you shouldn't be out there. And I said, I grew up on San Francisco Bay, where heavy wind and getting soaked is normal. And so I want a boat that can handle that. And so I got the reef points, and I've used them on several occasions in 35 knots plus. It's a solid, stable boat. When I say that, I'm not even kidding. I can't capsize it. I've never been able to capsize it. But I wanted to make sure it would float if it were capsized. It's now self-righting. I added, beyond the design, I added 180 pounds of lead to make the floor, the sole of the boat, flat. Layers of fiberglass over that, and that gives it the self-righting capacity. To make sure it would still float, I put foam under all the seats and forward. So I couldn't tip it over. So what I did was I bailed in about 25 gallons of water, and then it got fairly low, and I put a line on the top of the mast, and I pulled it over. I pushed the mast under the water, standing in the water, and I held it there for a minute and let go. It popped right up. I hopped in it and bailed it out because I had freeboard at the center. Lots of freeboard at the bow and stern. So I feel very safe. I know this boat's going to float no matter what. And in the 35 knots, I couldn't even capsize it. I was reefed. I had 3 of us in the boat. And we were flying with a little tiny postage stamp sail. Now, when I get ready to go sailing, this is all that's involved. This is non-skid from West Marine. Okay, so I've taken this little line off. I already have the sprit on. This mast pivots. The step is wrapped like a cone. And so I put a lot of epoxy on the bottom of the mast, round and cone-like. It pivots as you sail. Keep the sail always set properly. Now all you have to do is clip a line on here and you can go sailing loose-footed, but I like better adding this. So this is called a sprit boom. We'll just let that drop. And I go up forward here, and I take this line, and I have a little block up there, and I take this here. We're almost ready to go sailing now. So I just pull on this, get the tension I want in the sail. I want to put a little more tension on the sprit, which is the same arrangement on the other side. Take a little of the wrinkle out. And we're ready to go sailing. That's all there is to it. If I'm in a heavy wind, I add another block and I have a 2-to-1 purchase. If I'm in a light wind, in the back here I have a container that you can keep ice. It's got a hole to drain, and you can either keep ice in there for your beer, or if you're like me and just drink vegetable juices, then you can keep your veggie drinks in here. But I keep in here lots of lines, so I have a very light line for when I go sailing in light winds. I don't need any block, and you can just hop out, and the weight of the line won't keep your sail from getting filled in very, very light winds. And that's a handy thing to have, either for lunch or beer or wine cooler. And then forward I have a compartment where you can keep an anchor. And I put this rubber matting, this high quality rubber matting, so you can drop things on it. I row, so for that I have these oars. These are 8-foot oars. It rows beautifully. And it's gotten me out of many a jam in the blink of an eye. These are for my little fenders. So I've got 3 of them. If I'm coming into a dock, I just do this. I put these through here, put a loop like that, and I've got 3 spots for them. The rails are strong enough that if you're sailing, you can sit up on here. But most of the time, even in heavier winds, I sit right down inside the boat like this, and I feel very secure. And it's got a centerboard. It's weighted. It's just dropped down now. You can see it drop down. And that works beautifully. And this boat's been sailing 12 years. And this summer, I wanted to make it brand new again, and I love red, bright red. So I took it from traditional green to bright red with a black bottom and a white stripe. And I love this tan color, and this is a deck clean, so it's when I'm walking around on the decks, I won't slip anywhere. And with this matting, I can jump in here and I'm not going to hurt anything. And it keeps you off the water when you get a little bit of spray in there. So all in all, it's safe, easy to sail. Here's your entire sail rig. You know, just one line. And when I'm sailing, I run it through here. Just like that. If I have a second person aboard, I just pop this in. And the second person can be sitting forward here and run this boat by popping it from one feet to the other and over to this. And you can shoot it perfectly. It's just so easy. Both the sail, complete safety, and safe in just about any weather and any situation if you learn how to handle the boat. And this lifts out. You can put the sail away and lift it out in the blink of an eye. It fits inside the boat, and you can just trailer it away. So for trailer sailors, you're up and going in a few minutes. There's no stays. It's a stayless mast. It's made of 4 3/4-inch pieces of Port Orford cedar glued together. It does not bend at all in any wind. It's just an amazing boat. And pivots freely and easily in there. So it's just been a lot of fun. And if I want to just go rowing, I can just go rowing. And it rows beautifully. I have an outboard that fits on the rudder, but I almost never use it. It rows so fast. So it's just a fantastic boat. It's a great kit. And the new plans that Sam has reflect a lot of modifications I made to the original plans. I think anybody would have a ton of fun.
Great, thanks for sharing.
All right.